Hello, I'm Rebecca Logan, and today we're going to be looking at some favorites from my fountain pen collection. This is going to be my favorites under $50 US. I'm not doing under $50 Canadian because honestly the exchange rate is garbage and that would limit the number of pens I have to play with. So this is just from my collection. This isn't to be used as a top 5 under 50 overall. This is just my favorite 5 from my collection. And I don't have some of the more common big ones. Like I don't have a Pilot Metropolitan. I don't have a Lamy Safari. So I can't use those as a reference. This is just my favorite 5 from what I own. So we're going to start at the lower end of the price range and go up. At the lowest end of the price range is this Pelikan Twist, which is a student pen. I have 3 of these. I bought them in Berlin in a students' supplies stationery and art supply store when we were in Germany in 2019. So these pens are special, quite special to me. They have that travel reminder with them. And I love this one. This is the most adult color. The other 2 are neon orange and neon green, or neon orange and mint green. This is a snap cap. It has these great shaped grip section, 3-sided grip. Fits very nicely in the hand. I don't know if it would work for people who are left-handed. I've tried writing with it left-handed, but I'm not left-handed, so my grip is wrong, the shape is wrong. I try and recreate my grip, but it feels wrong. It twists the wrong way. So I think this is a right-handed person's pen. It is aimed at students. It's a medium nib. It did not come with a converter. I have put a converter in it. Takes standard international converter. So this is on the paper I'm writing on today is Cosmo Air Light. This is a 5mm grid. So this is a Pelikan Twist. And it's either taupe or bronze. I'm just going to leave it at taupe. I can't remember the proper name, and it literally came from a cup of pens, so there was no paperwork with it to mention the actual name. And this is valued on JetPen's website as of last night. You can't get this particular color, but there's a variety of other great colors, including an iridescent purple that is just beautiful. This is valued at $22 US, and the ink is, well, sacrilegious. Mont Blanc Swan Illusion Plume. This ink costs more than 2.5 times the value of the pen. So I put my most expensive ink in my cheapest pen, but it fits. The match of ink to pen is quite wonderful. And I do like matching my pens. So next in the values, we have the Kaweco Sport, a quite common one in the under $50 category. This is the colorway Mint. This is from the standard collection, in the Skyline Sport. This isn't a seasonal color. This is an always color. And this has a nice broad nib. So this is Kaweco Skyline Sport. In mint. With a very wet broad nib. And when I checked last night, this was $24.50 on JetPen's website. The ink today is J. Urbon, although I think it's just Urbon now. but my bottle says J.R. Bond. Diabolo Mint. The line I'm putting is to put a rating later on, because right now I'm presenting these in order of price from lowest to highest. Next up is a pen that is unfortunately no longer available, but like I said, this is my favorites from my collection, and this is in my top 5. So this is the Platinum Balance. It is a translucent pen. I don't know if you can tell, but I can see the threads here. I can see the ink in the converter and the top of the converter here. That dark space is the ink. So it's translucent. This came in red, blue, green, and black in the translucent, and then they came out with the Platinum Cool at the same time, which was transparent, clear, pink, purple, and blue. And they had really cool clear converters. This does not have a clear converter, feed, sorry. This does not have a clear feed, it has a black feed. Again, I don't believe this came with a converter, but I put a converter in it. I believe it just came with a cartridge. But in any of these, you can refill the cartridge with a syringe and put the ink of your choice in. There's nothing stopping you from inking it up in any color. So Platinum Balance in wine red. This is a medium, and it was valued at $36 when I bought it, 2018 or 2019. This ink is Diamine Red Dragon. A beautiful red. I don't know if you can see how wet that was, but the last 2 pens put down pure inky goodness. Third in value is a $27 pen plus a $17 nib, which equals a $44 pairing. This is a CanWrite Heritage. CanWrite is a company in India, in Kanpur, and when I ordered this pen, I was able to choose the color of my accessories, or fittings. So I chose the artificial gold to go with the warm tones of the pen body. This is the CanWrite Heritage in marble brown swirl. And you can see that the swirl has oranges and yellows and reds and navy blues and blacks and whites. It's an absolutely gorgeous color of pen. This is a piston filling pen. So it has the piston mechanism on the back. I'm not going to play with that because I don't want to spill ink everywhere. It has a full piston load right now. And the reason this is a plus 17, it's a $27 pen, which you can get with a wide variety of nibs. But I bought it with an upgrade of 3 extra nibs. And those were a double broad stub, and a double broad architect. So the 3 extra nibs add-on was $17 US and change, just like the pen was $27 and change. I think yesterday when I checked, it was $27.22 and $17.08, equaling around $44 US. So this is the CanWrite Heritage. I need to stop talking so I can write. In marble brown swirl. This is a BB Architect. And it was $44. And the ink is Pilot, Hiroshizuku, Inaho. I hope you can see how wet that is, but it has gone down like a fire hose. If you can't see how wet that is, that's unfortunate. This pen makes for great haloing and shading because it puts ink down just sodden, just absolutely sodden. Anyway, and the fifth pen in my favorites under $50 is the Faber-Castell Hexo. It's a faceted pen. You'll see it has 6 sides, thus the name Hexo. This is the colorway Rose. It also comes in a silver and in black. And you'll notice with the black trim, the clip is black, the grip is black, and the nib is black. Yeah, with the black trim, you get a black nib. So this is a Faber-Castell Hexo in Rose with a medium nib, a delightful nib. And this one was valued at $46 last night on Jet Pens. The ink is Colorverse C Europa, which is my favorite ink. So I'm a little biased towards this pen because I match it with my favorite ink. One of the things that this pen is different from the other pens is it comes with a converter. It's a Faber-Castell converter. And no matter where you start the barrel, when you put it on, it ends up with the name Faber-Castell lines up with the nib, which I like a lot. That's very nice machining. Nice detail. So that's my 5 pens. Now the big question is, where do I rate them? I'm just going to move them around so that I know what my rating is. So, number 5 is the Kaweco Sport. It's a lovely little pen, great pocket pen, but the cartridge, I don't like working with cartridges, and the converter only holds 0.5 milliliter of ink and is quite expensive to get the converter. I think it's $6, $6.50, something like that. It adds to the base price of the pen. And the converter is a plunge converter. It's very fiddly. They get quite stiff to push the plunger. I'm not going to push it now because that would spew ink everywhere, and we don't want to have an inky accident. So that's my 5th pen. Next up is the Platinum Balance. It's number 4. I love this pen. The nib has the same kind of feedback you would expect from a platinum pen. It's the same kind of feedback you get on the gold nibs in the platinums. So it's a delightful writing experience. I like it in the hand. It's just a little too slender for me in the grip section. I find it a little bit tiring. Same with the Kaweco Skyline Sport. The grip section is just a little too slender for me. I have quite large hands for a woman. My mitts are huge. It helps that the camera is right above them. So those 2 pens are down lower. Number 3, my Pelikan Twist. Lovely pen, very comfortable grip section. For me, very comfortable grip section. Not everyone's grip would like this. If you have a traditional grip, great. If you don't, you might find this incredibly uncomfortable because that line is not sharp, but it's quite abrupt. I find it has a very nice nib. Number 2, the Faber-Castell Hexo. It has an amazing nib. It is the permanent home of my favorite ink, so this pen gets a lot of use from me. And left over, number 1, my favorite pen, the pen I would grab in the event of fire, is the CanWrite Heritage. It's the nib. It's all the nib. In all of these pens, the nibs are what I love about them. In this case, it's that beautiful double broad architect that is so wet, puts down the ink so nicely that you see halo around the letters. You can see that dark halo around all the letters, and you get this incredible depth of color from your inks from this pen. I think, yeah, all 5 of them are showing. So I'll put them in here. Top pen, second pen, third pen, fourth pen, and fifth pen. Bring them down a little. There they are. My top 5 favorites under $50 US. Not everybody's favorites. I've never seen the Hexo or the Twist or the Balance or the Heritage in anyone's top 5 pens under $50, but that's okay. Maybe those people, other people who've done videos, didn't have those pens, so didn't have the same writing experiences with them that I have had. And I don't have a Pilot Metropolitan or a Lamy Safari, so I can't compare them. I have a wide variety of under $50 pens, but these are my top 5. And I enjoy them on a regular basis. I did have to ink 3 for this video, but the Heritage and the Twist were already inked and were already in my currently inked. So that's not that bad. I use them regularly. So thanks for sticking with me for this video. I appreciate your viewership and have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.